going on, everybody? It's Mevoda, and I am back on the Vortex SMP server. This is episode 60 for me on the Vortex server, and we got lots to do today. So much to do. I think we're gonna get back in a little bit of building. Don't know how much we're gonna get done today. It is about 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I normally record a little bit earlier than this. I'll record late at night sometimes, but usually like 11, sometimes 12:30 if I'm, 12:31. Sometimes even at this time, if I'm recording with Max and Austin, because there's a bit of a time difference and stuff. But that is not why I'm recording late today. I have been having like serious internet problems the past couple of days, and most of the problems are my own stupidity. But yeah, so basically my internet wasn't really working optimally. I think that's the word. Up until about 10-15 minutes ago. First, let's get into what we're gonna do today, and I'll tell you what's going on. It's just a stupid story, and it's kind of embarrassing because it ends in me being dumb. But I'm okay with being embarrassed, and it's kind of a funny, derpy story. Well, but first we're gonna get to like what we're doing today. So I'm gonna be working on, eventually, this is what this is right here. I'm gonna build like a bridge out to this area. And there's going to be like a tower right here with a spiral staircase inside to get us down to this area where a lot of our buildings and stuff will be. And I thought today that we would start off over here. I'm going to dig into the cave, and we're going to build a storage area. So as I'm doing kind of some of the brunt work of it, I'll tell you my stupid internet story. Oh wait, we're going to need torches. A couple days ago I noticed my internet is suddenly acting very sketchy. It's being very slow, not necessarily slow, but like I'd not really even lose connection. It's not like my internet would go down. I'd lose connection for like 5 to 10 seconds. Usually just enough for me to be disconnected from a server. On this server, it was kind of bad. I'd disconnect sometimes and time out. On the Natural Magic server, it was terrible. It was like every 5 minutes I would disconnect. So I was starting to get a little frustrated with that. Like, oh man, I can't like an episode here. So I called my internet service provider, as people do, when such problems are happening. And, perhaps I didn't, I wasn't like yelling at anybody. At no point did I raise my voice. I always try to speak to people in a pleasant, friendly tone. I feel like, notice you get much further with people that way. When you're nice to them, people tend to be nicer to you. But yeah, I kind of called up my ISP because, I was starting to suspect that my internet was getting like throttled for some reason. So, I didn't accuse them of throttling my internet. I just kind of asked them, like, do you guys like do that? Because it seems to be like what's happening with me. And the woman I spoke to was like, well, I don't see any problem on our end and with your connection or anything. Have you ever changed the passwords on your router? And I'm like, no, I haven't done that in a while. She's like, you might want to try that because, maybe somebody else is accessing your internet, and, that could be the problem. I'm like, okay. So then, I did that, and coincidentally, I think it was just a coincidence, it actually seemed to get worse when I did that. For some crazy reason. So then I was still trying to figure out what the problem was. And I called up my internet service provider once again, explained to them what they told me to do the first time, and that it didn't work. And it's never a good sign when a customer service person tells you that what the person before you told you was wrong? When, like, you got people in the same company being like, oh yeah, well, the person I work with, they told you the wrong thing. That's never a good sign. Just a little side note. But anyway, he said, well, are your phones going down at all when this happens? And I'm like, no, I don't notice any, like, phones going down or anything. And he's like, well, then it can't be the modem in our end, it's gotta be your router. Because, if your phones aren't going down, then your modem is fine. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, well, here's actually the customer service number to Belkin. That's the kind of router I have. And that was most of this took place yesterday. That conversation when I called him back the second time, that was actually this morning. And so he told me that. He's like, you're gonna have to talk to Belkin. And at that point, I had to leave to go to work. So I left to go to work, and I'm thinking as I'm going to work, I'm like, you know what? Wouldn't it be silly? Because actually, some of the other computers in my house were not having the same problem. Wouldn't it be silly if it was just like my internet cable, my Ethernet cable that connects me to my router? I don't use wireless. A little foreshadowing here. But yeah, maybe it's just my Ethernet cable's kind of old. It's like a really old cable. I've actually probably been using the same Ethernet cable for like 6 or 7 years now. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's that. So I stopped at Best Buy, on the way home from work, and picked up a new Ethernet cable. And I'm like, okay, I got home from work, like, ready to test all this stuff. I'm like, okay, what I planned on doing first was just connecting my computer straight into the modem with my new cable, and see if that was better. Because if that was the case, then, I pretty much narrowed it down to either the cable or my router. If it worked fine and then I moved the new cable to the router and then it didn't work again, I would know, okay, it's my router. That's totally the problem. I should call up Belkin and, see what's going on. But before I could even get that far, I go to hook up the new cable to my computer and realize the old cable, not even plugged in. It was not even plugged into my computer. It is so old that it doesn't even like clip into place anymore, and it's just kind of falling out of the back of my computer. And my computer is fairly new, and the one I had before that was fairly old. So I'm still not really used to I've used Wi-Fi before for all sorts of things, for phone and stuff like that, but I've always, plugged my computer into an Ethernet cable for internet. I've always been a gamer, and I've just always noticed that, wanted a nice solid connection. And, but my new computer, I guess, when the cord fell out, in the past with my old computer, it would just tell me, you lose internet connection, which was a sign like, oh, maybe my cord cable isn't connected, or any of that kind of stuff. But yeah, my computer actually, once the internet disconnected, it just automatically hooked up to the Wi-Fi. So I was getting internet, so I thought everything was fine, just my internet was being weird. And it was totally the Wi-Fi. Completely the Wi-Fi. That was it. It was fixed. It was all better. I could log into the Natural Magic server. It was amazing. And then, about a half an hour later, granted, this is how we're getting to 1 o'clock in the morning. About a half an hour later, I noticed my modem just starts rebooting itself every 5 minutes. Out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, this is just a crazy, stupid coincidence. Now my modem's just crapping out on me, and it's a pretty new modem. I had a problem with my internet, maybe 2 months ago, and they put in a new modem. So it is very new. But I guess what had happened... So, as I said, my computer was hooking up wirelessly to you know, it's going through Wi-Fi. And I just plugged my cable back into the back of my computer. And actually, when I went into my little, like, internet connection screen, I saw that I was connected to the internet in two ways. I was actually connected through Wi-Fi and through, like, the hardwired cable. And I think that has something to do with why my modem kept on, like, resetting. Because the second I got rid of the Wi-Fi connection, it was fine. It was fine. Now it's fine. Seems to be working fine. That was, you know, as I said, about up to about half an hour ago. It's been working now. So, actually, if you guys see this episode, it means it continued to work. Because I was able to keep recording and actually upload this video. So if you guys are seeing this video on Thursday, January 8th, hooray for me, my internet's still working. So yeah, in the end, it was all due to my own derpiness, which is usually the case. I had a friend who used to, when we would work in like a recording studio, anytime something would go wrong with the equipment, he used to always say that, you know, 99% of the time it's user error. It's the person who's using it is doing it wrong. It's just the way it goes. Oh, almost died. Yeah, but that's my fun internet story. I was getting a little worried that, I wasn't gonna be able to upload Natural Magic anymore, and I'm like, okay, well, like, I guess I just can't connect to these servers anymore. The Natural Magic thing, I actually was thinking it was just a problem because, like, this server is really close to me, the Vortex server, but, oh god. But Natural Magic, that's, like, across the country, so, that's why I was having harder times connecting to that particular server. But, yeah, thanks for listening to my long, stupid story. I'm kind of a shameless dude, so whenever I do something really derpy and stupid, I feel the need to share it with everybody, because I think it's hilarious. So, yeah, that's my derpy, stupid story of the day. I'm going to need to collect some more supplies and stuff to get us started on the inside of this building. So, I'm gonna do that. I have some of this stuff. Really what I need is a lot of wood, tripwires and stuff, chests and top chests. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna... There we go, that's all the wood we need. Never mind, got it. Actually, that's a lot, that's a good amount. But yeah, I gotta get myself prepared and do a little farming of some trees and stuff. And, yeah, then I'll be back with you and we'll get into some building. Alright, see you in a sec. Okay, we're back. I got enough stuff to at least get us started. I went and just farmed some wood and made a couple of chests and some trap chests. And I'm starting to experiment a little bit with how I'm gonna do this. I think what I'm gonna do... There's a row of glowstone just hidden up here, because these are translucent blocks, so chests can open up on the other side of them. And actually... No, wait, I don't think this will work. This was a bad idea. Yeah. Never mind, that was dumb. Shouldn't have put any of that snow up there. You know what, we'll just leave it empty. You won't even notice it. So I'm basically just gonna try to figure out, you know, something that's a similar block palette to what's going on up there. So this is a really big move for me, getting my storage set up, because I'm an unorganized mess right now. Disorganized is actually the word I meant to say. Oh, really? You're stuck up there? Come on, jerk. Yeah, I'm a disorganized mess. And I always feel much better when I finally do get organized. So, that is our goal right now. Some organization happening. I have stuff in chests just all over the place right now. So we're gonna do some quartz pillars right here. Kind of making this up as I go, so comes out looking terrible, that is why. Eventually we'll work out like a pretty entrance. Oh man, stop knocking out extra blocks. We will work out a pretty entrance for here and on the outside. For now it's just more about getting things functional. Though we are going to do some pretty stuff. You know, I'm not going to do all boring building. Try to do something nice. From here, actually, I need to take out another row. I think what I'm gonna do. Are these are trapped, right? Yeah. So that'll be hey. Oh, these are the regular trapped. Regular. And then we're gonna do a pillar. I think we'll do this first. And then I guess I'll try this. That's cool. Oh man, this room's gonna be too tight if I do that. Nope. You know what, I'm gonna have to expand this room a little bit more, I think, in this direction and that direction. So let me do that quick. And I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Sorry about that. So I've moved everything back a little bit, trying to work things out a little bit here on how I'm going to do this. So it's going to be 5 rows of chests and then a pillar that we already had established. The pillar is going to be 3 wide, I think. Yeah. So then will be another 1, 2, 3. And then another pillar. Okay, that's actually perfect for 2 these sections of chests. We're gonna have like 5 chest sections. Let's put these down there for now. So how we are gonna do this? Let's actually put those back there. Hopefully this turns out cool. As I was mentioning before, I don't have an exact plan of what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna try to work with the same block palette that we started outside. Okay. Yeah, that'll be better. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where was it? Okay. So actually, we'll need a row of glowstone. I'm just gonna try to do this like on one side, and then I'll go do the rest of it off. You know, I'll just copy it off camera, and we'll come back and see. I don't think I'm gonna finish this room today, because as I mentioned, it is kind of late. It's late at night. It's almost 2 now. I did get a little distracted in between clips. I was just talking to my older brother for a little bit. But yeah, I do want to upload this tomorrow. So, trying to get as much done as I can. I know I didn't really waste time. It was stuff I had to do anyway. But, did waste a little time telling you my derpy story. But I think it's funny. Oh man, I'm such an idiot. Alright. There's that. And then actually, let's, in this spot, switch it up a little bit. And do that. And I I suppose we'll do a little bit of this. That's cool. You can actually... Hey. Be a jerk. We don't need to waste that if we're gonna put a stair there. Same with here. We don't need to waste the quartz. Quartz is very valuable, even though I'll be getting a lot of it. You may have noticed in my base when I was back over there that I've built a nano farm, which has hooked me up a lot. It still is very time consuming because the amount of bones that you need to make all the bone meal to fill that thing up, it's a lot of AFKing at the Skelly farm. It took a while, so it's not, you know, a big huge exploit, so hopefully it's not something that Lars will nerf too much. It is still, as I said, very time consuming. Okay. This is a good basic start so far. Actually, you know what I want to do? No, wait, we need that one there. Or at least some kind of quartz there. Because you can see it from the side still, so we'll actually put that back. Beautiful. And then we'll put one there and there. And, how do I want to do... Okay, there'll be another one there. That'll be okay. I think this is kind of the basic design that I'm going to go for. Nothing too crazy. I mean, we don't have too much room in here to play with detail right now. And I don't think we will. At least not the kind of detail that, you know, I was doing on the towers outside. Won't be able to do all kinds of, you know, half slab and stairs stuff like that necessarily. But we can stick with the vibe for sure. Yeah, so I guess I will keep working on this, and we will come back with maybe not the 100% finished product, but the what I am going to finish tonight finished product. We'll see how much I get done tonight. Yeah, so one more cut, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, we are back, and I think I've gotten all done that, you know, everything done that I'm gonna get done today. It's pretty much gotten done. It is getting kind of late. I do need to render and edit and upload this this evening before I go to sleep, so yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today, but we got some progress done. Getting an idea of how I'm gonna start to work out the floor and stuff. I was a little wary about putting ice on the floor because it can get a little annoying sliding around everywhere, but it's in kind of minimal spots, so we'll see if it starts to become problematic. We'll change it for something else. This chest right here is just temporary. That's just to hold stuff that I was like clearing out. We will work out this entranceway a little bit better, and we'll make it look a little prettier on the outside, and it eventually will connect with a path up into everything else that we're going to be doing. Yeah, but I think that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. Really helps me out a lot. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and you will stay updated on everything that I am doing in the future. Cool. Thanks again for watching, guys. We will see you next time.